Hello and welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is DZ Devil Gamer Plays here. We're going to be going ahead and playing some Project Zomboid and continuing with Mr. Thomas Whitehead's story. Last we left off, we were working on some construction. We had made a trip over to Rosewood, got some necessary gear to allow us to work on our mechanics as well. We do plan on eventually heading out and doing a little more. I think I might head out and hit some more locations. Currently, in game, I did hit a couple houses and found a couple boxes of nails so we can continue on with our constructing. I also found this loom in that house, so I moved it here to my bedroom. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I've done. Unfortunately, still have the fracture. Still hasn't gone away. Don't know when that's ever going to happen, if ever. So we're just kind of dealing with that. Let's see. Other than that, what else do we have going on? Anything else more important or interesting? I don't really think so. I should probably sharpen this knife. Good lord, my knife's almost dull. It's dull. But we do need to go ahead and bite the bullet, I guess, and just keep going out and looking for more goods and materials also. I know I need to go and I need to get over and do some fishing because I'm running out of the food to bring my weight back up. My weight's starting to drop down. I think I'm almost below, down below 79. So that's something I'm definitely going to have to work on. So I can get that back up because I don't want it dropping too low. Wow, that did like nothing for my knife. Still, the sharpness is still crap. Wow. Can I just not sharpen it again? Let's try and sharpen it again. Oh, it won't. Does it not give me another option? It only does the axe. Well, it looks like I might be in need of finding another knife. My hunting knife is, I guess, seen better days. So we're going to have to go out and do that. So I do have the 100 nails on me that are going to allow us to build. I know I have to build another composter first thing. It's going to be one of the first things I build as soon as daylight comes around. And beyond that, beyond the composter, I know I was going to start building the area for... what was it? Oh, it was for the... second, let me get my train of thought. So I was building the area for where the pottery was going to go. But I also was working on the area for the smithing area as well. Let's put our flashlight on. I really don't want to wait until daytime. I just don't. So, but in doing so, when I went out to take the house and looking for things, these are all the things I brought back with me. I did manage to find somewhere in here, there it is, the sacks of gravel. So I'm going to take all these sacks of gravel, and the reason I'm going to take them is because you can use these to make the gravel floor. And the reason I'm going to use them to make the gravel floor is I'm going to make a gravel floor inside where the smithing area is going to be, because I don't like the look of the dirt floor, and you can't make, there's no other way. One thing they should add, so I think a point to a developer or whoever does that is maybe I should make a suggestion. You have the ability to break up the rocks, right? From the bigger rocks down to the smaller rocks. Why can't you take those rocks then and make them into bags of gravel? I mean, that would just make sense, is to be able to then maybe have to use like the sledgehammer or something, and be able to make them even something smaller so that you could do that. Because that to me would be convenient. Anyway, that's my only thought. That's all I got. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough gravel to do this whole thing. I think each one of these bags actually only does 4 spots, so I'm probably going to run out really quick. So that's 6, 7, 8. If I'm right, if each one bag only does 8, then I shouldn't be able to do any more beyond that. Yeah. So if I want to be able to do more, I'm going to have to go and grab more gravels from someplace. Now, I know that they have gravel in some of the factories, and I know they have them in the warehouses over in Muldra, which could be an option. I could go there to Muldra and just grab them from there. That way I don't have to worry about it. Oh, where's that gravel? So, but to do that and go to Muldra, it's going to require me to do a couple things, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them. I have to take this bag of sand and stick it in. So the other thing is I need to go out and I need to dig up more clay, because I think my clay I was down to, I remember how much I was down to last 18, which isn't going to be enough. As far as enough clay, and the one thing of sand isn't going to be enough either. You know what? Let's make this. Let's put in the gravel. See, that's so dumb that it does that. Building. So I want this to start here by the entrance. But I need to make sure that I have at least the gravel floor underneath where the materials are going to go, because I know I have to build the one forge, and then I'll have to build another one probably over in this direction. So we'll leave a couple spaces, and then, because what I've discovered is if you don't put the flooring down ahead of time, before you put the object down, what'll happen is that it'll keep recognizing the object that's there, and it'll give you a hard time with putting the flooring down. I've noticed that with the wood flooring. So I've had problems where previous objects where I've tried to build things where you're not able to finish doing it because it keeps recognizing the forge or whatever, instead of the you being able to put the floor down. It keeps recognizing it. I've had the same problem with wood planks. You can't trying to build a plank on top. Like, you should be able to just stack these. Not the planks, the boxes. You should be able to stack them up pretty easily. Now, when you try and do that, even when you try and hover underneath it, it always wants to select the box below it. So it kind of limits your ability to put the boxes in. Before, you should be able to just slap them down. So it does hinder that some. So I don't know if that's something that maybe they're working on, or that that is just maybe an unintended result of the way that they're doing the crafting system at the moment. But I don't like it. To me, I think it hinders your ability to do a lot of things. Why am I weighed down? Am I just tired? Like, I barely have anything on me. Is my carry weight low because of my weight? I don't think so. I don't think I'm underweight. No. I could have sworn before that my carry weight was like 14. Or at least it was 12, I thought. It was constantly. Not really sure now why it's not constantly 12. Hmm. Alright, so I'm gonna put the firefighter axe away. Maybe. Or not. Sacks are taking up the space. So this should give me another bucket of clay cement. See how many more walls I could throw up. I think probably 4 more, maybe. So I'm probably going to do wood floor for the pottery area. I don't know that I need to do the gravel floor for that. The only reason I want to do the gravel floor for the for this is because I just thought it would look nice, being I'm doing the stone walls. Oh, did I put the trowel away? I think I did. I think I put it away inside here. Didn't I? I thought I had put it right inside there. No. No, Mason's trap. That's not the right one, right? Could have sworn the one I had wasn't damaged at all. I don't know why that one's showing damaged. Somewhere else I might have stuck it. I know I was messing around with mechanics before I got off. Did I leave it in the back of this car? Or maybe I left it in the back of here. Yeah, there it is. Seriously? God, look at all the seeds. Yeah, I mean, if the farming would just work properly, that would be ideal. But unfortunately, the farming is kind of broken or something. I don't know why it doesn't do it the way it's supposed to. So what is it saying I don't have now? Enough stones, I guess. I think it takes 6 stones per wall. Actually, no. What? Before I do that, maybe do one more. The walls here up front. Yeah, that looks better that way. All right, put one wall there. Yeah, I wish there was a way to build a well on property. Because the way I currently have to, in order to get the water to work, is kind of silly. It's not working the way I thought it should. Because I thought you'd be able to use the water from the lake, even though it's tainted water, that it wouldn't make a difference because you're not drinking out of it. But what's happening is, so if I take this water here and I try and dump it in a bucket, so to speak, I'll show you what happens. It's not turning, that bucket won't turn into mixed clay for some reason. I'm guessing because the water is just not water, because it's tainted water. I'm assuming. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense since it shouldn't matter. So we'll show you right here real quick. So tainted water, transfer it. To the bucket. Now I should have a bucket of water, right? All right, is it going to work? Well, maybe it's going to work. I don't know, maybe I was just doing something wrong before. But before I was trying this and it kept saying that there was no bucket of water, even though I had the 10. Well, that's strange. Let's try and do another one. Oh, well, that one didn't have enough water in it at all. Okay. Wasn't there three containers tainted water in here? Thought. Everybody's gonna not gonna have enough for that either. Okay. Strange. You know, I wonder if I have enough water inside this container here. Tripping. All right, so it's not doing it. You know, it must have been I must have been having an actual issue, possibly with maybe the amount of water in the bucket. But I know before it wasn't letting me do this, so I was having to actually take the water, stick it in the buckets, and then pour the water. And then pour the water into the buckets and then stick the buckets into the stove to untaint the water was what I was doing before because it wasn't allowing me to use it. So I'm assuming that that's been fixed or something. So like this is what I'm saying. So like you take limestone and drop it down into pieces. So why you can't do the same thing for the stones and turn that into gravel? I don't understand. Because I think you'd be able to turn the stone into gravel. Put another window there. Trying to keep some windows in this so that it doesn't get so dark in here. Because unfortunately what ends up happening is these things get so dark otherwise. Now, I do believe I might be getting close to being out of rock, so this may require me to go and take my crafted table here out back into the field and work at getting some more rocks. Or I can work on building the other, get the pottery set going up too. I could do that. Alright, so I need 4 rocks. Alright, so let's do this real quick. Pick up all these tree branches to get them away from our stuff. So some of those I'm going to turn into things, but some of these I'm just going to dip right into this fire pit for now. I have plenty of tree branches, so I'm not saving those. Of course, I just say that and then I accidentally click on it to save it. Yeah, I'll drop these up here. Person's getting super tired again. Gonna have to drop all this stuff. Chisel. I can't even put it away. So, can I put the sapling away in here? I should have just went into the field and got more stones. I think I'm gonna be too tired to do it. I did previously drop a bunch of this stuff in here. I think I could still do that. And we'll just go ahead and we'll drop the stones that I currently have right inside the building. Let me think. I probably shouldn't. I probably should just go upstairs. Yeah, we're gonna go upstairs and go to sleep because I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do anything anyway because my character's too exhausted. So we're gonna go upstairs, get our sleep on. Do I have any more food to eat? Yeah, let's eat some cabbage real quick. Get rid of that noodle. Take a cigarette. Smoke and get rid of that noodle. Oh, that's right. I also still need to go clean up the pig pen area. I don't know how happy they are at the moment. I guess I can rest and then sleep. Set an alarm for 1700 maybe? Yeah. Alright. We'll sleep. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe today is the day that the fracture will go away. Yeah, I didn't think so. Woke up too bloody early. Oh well. I'm probably gonna have to forage and look for the stuff to make the poultice, and put that on my wound to get me to heal faster. I'm like almost done with 8. I probably can get it to 8 if I just finish that building. Oh, I still have plenty of fuel. Actually, before I do any of this, I need to go build another compost bag heap. So I can clean out the pig pen. One is not enough. Can I pick up the stuff I had left over here on the ground? Actually, can I pick up all the pig dung and I'll just put just the food in this and move the pig dung to its own thing. Hmm. This fish fillet weighs 20 pounds. It weighs more than the composter can hold. Alright, let's just drop it. I don't care. It can sit there. Alright. Let's get this built. Should have more than enough planks. Maybe enough. And maybe enough. Sorry, maybe enough nails. All right. Well, that's some good news. Finally got rid of the bloody fracture. Oh my god. Well, I was almost exactly 3 months in from August, so I guess that makes sense. So 3 months for future reference for everybody. If you have a skull fracture, it takes 3 months with slow healer for it to heal. From August 5th to November the 1st. So just shy of 3 months total time. So, all right. This is DC Devil Gamer Plays saying, hope you enjoyed the video. It was very much a boring building video. Some people like the building, so we're probably gonna do a little bit of scouting out now that I'm healed and I can actually fight zombies. So the next episode should be a little more exciting because we're gonna head out to probably to Muldra or some of the other places and go get us some more gear with our van. So again, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.